Well, I'm finally here. It's me, Collect Creations. I'm in the Criterion Closet. How great is that? This is like one of those once in a lifetime opportunities that would happen if I was famous, if I happened to be nearby that little van that drives around, or just was in America, which I am not. I am in Australia. I'm not in a country led by a dictator. So instead, we're going to go to the theater room, and I'm going to show you three criterions that I really like, that mean a lot to me, that reflect both my love for physical media, my journey with physical media, my love for art, and there won't be any subtext at all. Not at all. Nothing. Zilch. We're just talking movies. There's no subtext. Nothing. Just going to talk about movies. We're not going to be in the closet. No. We don't do that anymore. We're not in the closet anymore. We're just going to be in the theater room. Talking about movies. Let's go to the theater room and talk about movies. Oh my god, this is better. And look at that. I've got a tote bag. This isn't Criterion, this is Imprint. Huh. A tote bag's a tote bag. What does it matter? So, okay. I'm not obviously in the closet. Not just because it's a Criterion Closet. That's like a saying, the whole being in the closet thing for when you're actually, secretly gay and you're not telling anyone. But I'm queer, and most of you should bloody well know that by now. But we're talking about Criterion, so I'm going to give you three that are in this bag already, which is not how the Criterion Closet videos work. Three Criterion releases I think you should have. Oh my god. What do we have? Lucky dip number one. Ooh. Carnival of Souls. This is actually the let me put this around my arm like some kind of could I get any gayer? Anyway, Carnival of Souls. This is the Region B version, which I'd gotten from Zavi a couple years back when they used to be a trustworthy source, if you will. This is a fantastic horror film. What is it? 1962, 78 minutes long. Perfect runtime for a movie. Like, my favorite is 90 minutes, but anything shorter, pretty damn good. It's trippy, it's nightmarish, it is just a film that boggles the mind, it is beautifully shot, it is genuinely horrifying at times. And it was actually, this being a new restored 4K digital transfer, this was one of the first times I saw a 4K transfer of a film, and it blew me out of the water. Like, it's on film, it's black and white, it just looked so good. And this is before I even had an OLED TV. Like, this just looks goddamn good anyway. I mean, it would look better on an OLED TV anyway. I'm yet to give it its deserved rewatch, but of course, you still get your artwork on the disc, and you do get your poster. The poster is nicely creepy, and of course, an essay as well. See, they don't do this in the Criterion videos. They can't open them up, can they? Yeah, look at that. Creepy poster. Yeah. And a whole essay on the other side, which is always good stuff. About the transfer, this is the original theatrical version of Carnival Souls, presented its original aspect ratio of 1:37:1. On widescreen televisions, black bars will appear on the left and right of the image to maintain the proper screen format. So, yeah. It's newly scanned from the original 35mm camera negative, which is good. This is one that maybe they should also do a UHD for, but I don't know. I'm a little bit more conservative with them doing that when I don't really think that they need to. Like, maybe one day do a UHD if they're low on budget, which is usually what they do anyway. But it's a beautiful film. It is wholeheartedly one I recommend, and again, you can get it in UK and US markets, which is always good, because this is the Region B version. So what else do we have? Oh, lucky dip number two. This one's a pretty iconic one for Criterion. It's House, or House. This is the 1977, my favorite year of cinema. What's his name? Nobuhiko Obayashi. Dun dun dun. I've got a couple of his films as well. Really, really fun director. And this was like his first film. It's absolutely insane. A little bit of underage nudity, but it's Japanese, it is what it is. But it is obviously the beautiful artwork. It's one that is praised by a lot of people. I don't even think that this is a 4K restoration. It is just a standard restored and high definition digital transfer with a good selection of special features as well. This was a Region A release as well. Got a booklet there. Nice artwork in general. Always good stuff. This was one which is a very interesting release to me. It's because I don't even know how to define this film sometimes. It was my first ever Criterion. I picked it up because I was listening to, at the time, the Sardonicast of all people. I don't really listen to podcasts anymore, but I used to listen to them quite a bit, and they were going through House one week, and I was like, hey, okay, I'll buy a Blu-ray online because I do that quite often. We'll see what it's like. And even though I probably should have gotten the Masters of Cinema release, like this is the kind of direction my life went in. Instead of going the Eureka Masters of Cinema Region B release, I went for the Criterion Region A release. And as a Australian person, a place that Criterion Closet will never go to, probably, unless it's Sydney. But fuck Sydney. Go to Melbourne. All the cinema people are in Melbourne. Anyway, personal gripes aside, come to the Cinemaniacs. We'll sponsor you. Anyway, I bought this, got it imported, and went to click play. Lo and behold, Region A didn't work. I didn't know what to do. I was actually going to watch it with a friend at the time, and we just didn't know what to do. We put on a different film instead and just talked throughout the whole entire film. But I was like, shit, what do I do about this? And I ended up going to a place in Glum Waverley called Gaddy Audio, who actually puts in little chips into Blu-ray players that gives you allows you to make it a Region A, B, and C player, which is wonderful, even though laser is also a brand that exists, but they're a lot more expensive nowadays. It used to be $50 for a player, now it's like $150. I just went to Gaddy Audio, bought a player, brand new, from which they actually bought from JB, hilariously, and got the little thingy installed for like a couple $100. Very expensive for a little piece of thingy, but it's lasted me all these years, and of course I was able to watch Hausu and be, blown away by Japanese cinema, which I kind of already was by that stage. I'd grown up on Godzilla films, but something like House is so unique all of its own, and it's allowed me to also branch out into other Criterion releases, Region A releases in general, and just so much cinema that people kind of lock themselves off from, either because it's, again, a Japanese film, so they're not going to watch it because it's not English, whatever. Something that I've never complained about. I grew up with French, Italian, and German cinema, as well as Japanese cinema, so I've never cared to... I read subtitles, I have glasses, boom, 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 boom. But it just opened me up to so many options with cinema in total, and this is what makes me highly recommend getting Region A players. So whenever anyone complains, oh, it's region locked to whatever code, I'm like, just get a region free player. It can't be that hard. Like, mostly Americans complain about it. I'm like, how hard is it to get a region free player? Just do it. You can buy so many movies after that. It's wonderful. Anyway, last but not least, because, top 5 is fine, but let's do with a top 3, and these top 3 mean so much to me when it comes to Criterion. We have Eraserhead. Now, as someone who's currently wearing a Fire Walk With Me shirt, I was thinking of using Fire Walk With Me as my example, because beautiful, and David Lynch, and Criterion having so much of David Lynch's catalogue. Wonderful. But Eraserhead is my favourite of David Lynch's films. This is a tremendous 4K restoration. It is not the UHD. I do believe they have a UHD coming soon. Someone announced the UHD for it. I don't remember who it was. But I'm content with this. I've watched this several times. It is, again, 1977. What the hell are the odds of that? It is a bizarre film. This is the Region A release. It's actually a digipack, which is not unusual to Criterion. They do that quite occasionally. I'm still heads or tails on the whole digipack fiasco, mostly because they get damaged real easily. They can look pretty as hell, take any Wes Anderson set or any other David Lynch set, but they can get real badly damaged. Like my Mulholland Drive set is damaged, my Fire Walk With Me set is damaged, but again, you get your disc, you get your artwork throughout the whole thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I might not have it in this one. I don't think I do. No, this is one of the few that I have that doesn't have the sticker with the, director approved signature. I didn't know those were important back then. I do have them for, again, Mulholland Drive and all the rest, but this is just a big essay, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, an excerpt from, Chris Rodney's 1997 book, Lynch on Lynch, which I've already read. I've got the book, so I never needed to read this version of it. But yeah, so as someone who enjoys all kinds of cinema, from darkly surreal, like Eraserhead, to surreal again, but comical, like House, and then, I guess, surreal again, but British, Carnival of Souls, there is so much range that you can get from Criterion, and realistically any boutique brand. And, I mean, hell, imprint, And so it's just wonderful they have that. So, yeah. So this wasn't just a coming out of the Criterion Closet video. This is also just a coming out video for those who just weren't aware. So I just kind of wanted to bring it to some people's attention in a kind of campy way, but also because this is a physical media channel. Here I talk about physical media. I love physical media. I talk to people who, put their heart and soul into art and physical media. And it's just one of those things where physical media represents, obviously, a physical version of a film or a TV show that is just, it's art, and art is to be loved and cherished in the best way possible without any restrictions, and again, region coding and stuff like that, or poor quality transfers or good quality transfers. To my knowledge, always good on Criterion's behalf, but, sometimes it's up for debate. So, yeah, my channel reflects that to the best of my ability, to emphasize that, physical media isn't just, movies. It's not just TV shows. It's art. It's all collectively art. It's something that talks about something in the fashion and with its own passion, no matter what the subject might be. It could be queer cinema, it could be highly political cinema, but in reality, all art's political, so you can't really make that argument, and I think if you do, you're trying to cover yourself up with something. But sometimes it's just fun little campy 50s aliens films that happen to be, subtext for communism, or, maybe it's a bunch of slasher films because, why not? And they're also strongly, praising women because, hey, guess who's the final person? It's the girl. It's never the guy. It's rarely ever the guy. Do you want it to be the guy? It's always the girl. Final girl. So, cinema supports those elements. They support societal measures. They discuss it. They reflect it, and that's what's so great about physical media. And that's what I love that boutique Blu-rays, brands like Criterion and Arrow Video and Imprint and Umbrella and Second Sight and, oh my god, Severin, and oh my god, there are so many of them, and they put in so much work and effort to reflect and keep these films alive. Kino Lorber, a wonderful brand for keeping such older boutique, not boutique, but older, unknown films alive. They're the kind of brands, all these brands contribute with people who I know and care about, and have their voices reflected on these pieces of media as well. So, yeah. It's just something to be passionate about, and I think it's just worth noting that. So as much as I've set this up in a very campy, little goofy way, oh, look at me, I'm in the Criterion Closet, but I'm not because I'm not in America, I just wanted to use that as a way to reflect on what this channel is and what it means to me and what it means to just the general consensus. So, yeah, I might have my own, views on certain things. Clearly, whether I like or dislike films, or like or dislike actors or directors, or, like a film's political take, or the antithesis of that, or maybe the film supports a certain agenda or not. Whatever it be, it is still art no matter what. So, yeah, I just want that to be a good reflection of, what I'm going for here, because I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a healthy amount of people that aren't healthy are going to be critical and analytical of the idea of someone mentioning anything that's remotely political in a video about physical media. That is art. That is inherently political. So, a film about fatherhood, per se. A film that features sometimes maybe underage girls who might be naked, but it's also a discussion about marriage and, the family system. And then one of them's about a circus or carnival. Who cares? It's black and white. Does it matter? So, yeah, it's just worth noting that if you don't want to be part of the conversation, you don't have to be here. It's simple as that. But if you have a passion, if you have an interest for this stuff, you should have an equal and rightful interest in just all the other stuff. If you don't want to listen to it right now, you don't have to listen to it right now. But, I'm not going to cater to people. It's my channel. I try to make the videos however I want them to be. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all. If you have any further questions, let me know down in the comment section. Some of which I won't answer. Most of which I might answer. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a follow-up video and just be like, hey, here's some answering of those questions. Or not. Who knows? I never really do that. But we could. Anything can happen. I can just stand here and talk at a camera for hours. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Criterion, hit me up. Come over to Australia. We'd love to have you. Come to Melbourne, Cinemaniacs. We'd love to have you. And yeah. Let me know what your top 3 favorite Criterions are down below. Or ones that I should get in general. I won't have them, or maybe I will. I've got a good handful, but not a lot. I definitely don't have them all. That's like an impossibility. So, yeah. See you next time. Adios.